guys, welcome back to my channel. So our previous video was all about object oriented programming. In this video we are going to cover the next topic, that is class inheritance. Before we start with this, let's understand one example. So just imagine you have a super toy. Let's say we have a toy named as a robot. And now you want to make more toys like robot, but with some extra features or some extra powers. So let's say we have a robot. I'll take first robot and the second robot. I want to make a second robot using the first one with extra powers. So just imagine our first robot can run, but using that I want to create one more robot which can fly. For this, you have a robot. Just think that you have a robot's blueprint called as class. Now you want to make a flying robot, but without starting from the scratch. But instead of making a whole new blueprint, now you can copy the robot blueprint and add your own fun function. Using the first robot's blueprint, we are going to create one more which can fly. Instead of running, it can fly also. It can do both the things. To understand this, let's code this. So all we need is, first we have to create one class. I'll write class and I'll name it as robot. This is my first class, and inside this I'll use a constructor function. Constructor function, I have explained this in my last video, how this constructor function works. Okay, inside this I'll write name. After this I'll write this dot name equals to the name which we have mentioned earlier. This is nothing but the parameter. So if you haven't watched that video, I am going to explain about the constructor here. Just think, when you use a blueprint class to make a new toy, that time this constructor is a function that builds it. It helps to build a function. And about this dot name, it is nothing but it is assigning a value to the object's name property. We are just assigning this same property here. These both names are same. Okay, coming back to this example. Now I am going to call a function. So I'll call a function talk. Okay, inside this I'll write console.log. Okay, after this I'll use backticks and a dollar sign and curly braces. Just remember where we use this backticks, dollar sign and curly braces. It is used in template literals. Okay, after this I'll simply write this dot name. After this I'll write says hello. This dot name says hello. Okay, we are done with this class, which is the robot class. Now we want to make a flying robot class that inherits from the robot. Now what we'll do is, we'll create one more class. Using this class robot, we'll create one more class, that is the flying robot. For this, all we need is, I'll write class flying robot extends. Now we have to write this extends robot. This means we'll extend the robot's blueprint in the flying robot too. Okay, inside this I'll write so I'll call one more function inside this. Here we have created a function talk, and here I'll create one more function, that is fly. And inside this I'll just copy the same thing. We'll copy this and I'll paste it here. But instead of says hello, I'll write is flying. Because this flying robot performs the function of flying. So to use this, now we have to create an object. So I'll write let my robot equals to new flying robot. Now I have created let my robot equal to the new flying robot, and inside this I'll mention a name. Okay, let's name it as Skybot. Skybot. Up till here it's completed. So if I write my robot dot talk, if we call this function, what we'll get is, I'll just open my console, I'll refresh this here. If I refresh, you can see here Skybot says hello, because here we have created my robot equal to the new flying robot. This flying robot extends the robot's blueprint. Suppose if I write my robot dot fly, what we'll get is Skybot is flying. This is how this inheritance works. What happened in this inheritance is flying robot inherits from the robots. It gets power of robot like talking and even flying. It can perform both the functions. This is how this works. If you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe my channel and share with your friends. Thanks for watching this video.